Hello viewers, apni an sai se NLTV Digital News. Moi se chumongla phom khobor ekta enika janai dibu. Agartala Press Conference Day, All India Safe Education Committee General Secretary Professor Tarun Kanti Naskar ba National Education Policy 2020 ke strongly criticized kushi. Taibra joldi cancellation kuri dibule kushi ki itu do educationists aro parliament ke consult nukurigina implement huishe koigina aro India's renaissance leaders principles kanke undermine kushi. Naskar ba policy push the privatization aro commercialization nimire condemn kushe aro enika move so Tripura de accept nokribo kushe iduhi nohikina taibra universal secular scientific or democratic education system jundu Indian knowledge system na under se idukhan opor warning dishe.
We have already formulated an alternative education policy. People's alternative education policy, alternative to NEP 2020. And that education policy, we will release that in a draft form. We will release it on 9th May, that is the birthday of Rabindranath Tagore. And this draft policy will be circulated among all stakeholders, all common people, educationists, teachers, and we will seek opinion from them. And this will go up to December, and then we will organize a National People's Parliament in Bangalore, and through this National People's Parliament we will finalize that education policy, and then we will give it to all governments, central government and state government, and we will demand that you withdraw this NEP 2020 and in place of that introduce this people's alternative education policy. And we are organizing movement throughout the country. The state chapter of Tripura, they are also moving. They organized a very good convention a few days back, and they are organizing movements, and we are organizing movements throughout the country, and all leading educationists, even the former chairman of UGC, like Romila Thapa, like Irfan Habib, Aditya Mukherjee, and all are there. All educationists, A. John Nishan is the former vice chancellor, former vice chancellor Chandrasekhar Chakraborty, all are there in our committee, in our platform. And we are for education. We are demanding universal, secular, scientific and democratic education, and we are fighting for that. We appeal through you to the people of the country, to the education loving people of the country, to come forward and launch movement, join with our hands and launch movement for these people's education policy. Thank you all. If you have any question, please put.
Your introduction?
Yes.
Introduction.
I am Professor Tarun Kanti Naskar. I am a former professor of Jadavpur University, Kolkata, and I am the General Secretary of All India Safe Education Committee. False glorification and a religion-based nationalist mind, and this is very dangerous. And through it, they are just sapronizing education. And in this state, the situation is far worse. That is the Vidyajyoti scheme, that is also in the tune of NEP 2020. And in this Vidyajyoti scheme, you have seen that they are extracting money from the students. And the Right to Education Act, the Right to Education Act prohibits to take money, but they are taking money, they are extracting money in the range of 1,000 or more in the name of development fee. And also the education system, that is, they are taking away from the Tripura board to CBSE board, and they are imposing the English medium education. But for English medium education, there must be some properly trained teachers, but the teachers are not there. You know, during the last regime, more than 10,000 teachers, their job was, they are deprived of the job, and they lost their job. So the educational institutions were suffering from teachers, and now it is further suffering, and in spite of that, they are imposing this Vidyajyoti scheme, and there is no infrastructure in the school, and so it is suffering. And you know that they have introduced the no detention policy. That means one student admits in class 1 and he goes up to class 9 without learning anything, because there is no proper evaluation system, there is no passport system. So the entire thing, all these things, converts education, reduces education to a very dire state. So this is the situation now. And also you know that in place of 3-year degree course, they have introduced 4-year degree course. But for 4-year degree course means one more extra year. So infrastructure should be high. There should be more teachers, more classroom. But they are not giving money. The UGC, which funds for education, its budget has been cut by 61%. So government is not giving money, and they are introducing so many schemes. So our point is, the entire education system is in a dire condition. It is completely devastated, and we are not opposing only. We have already formulated an alternative education policy, People's Alternative Education Policy, alternative to NEP 2020, and that education policy we will release that in a draft form. We will release it on 9th May, that is the birthday of Rabindranath Tagore, and we have already formulated an alternative education policy, People's.
Ita nimite mani hubor tinishina news updates by tekule sai tekobi Nagaland TV.
Nagaland TV, Sop Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 994 in Global Chapter, and Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube and Twitter.